You see, when you find women together, I mean, and politicians for that matter, and I don't know whether Mheshimiwa is a politician, she'll be telling us that. You know, there's always so much to talk about, and journalists as well. So, I mean, even before we begin the show has already begun. So tonight, as earlier mentioned, I am delighted to have the Honorable Deputy Governor of Bungoma County, who is a lady. I think that's basically what people are saying. We need to get to a space where it is either going to be a governor lady and a deputy governor who's a man, or it's going to be a governor man and a deputy governor who is a lady. We long to see the country get to that point. And I think these are the stories that we'll be talking about when we're talking about the pioneers as to the same. So Honorable Janepher Mbatiany'S is our guest tonight, the deputy governor of Bungoma County. It's a pleasure to have her. I mean, she's come all the way from Bungoma County, just to grace this set, and therefore we are really, really grateful. Mheshimiwa, thank you so much for creating time.
Thank you.
All right. Most of the people will ask, are you a politician? Because now it's interesting. You find people getting into the spaces of politics, even when they really are not politicians.
Yeah, you see, the fact that before you come to this space, you have to go through a process of campaigning.
Yes.
Then, of course, that makes you
By
to be
default.
a politician. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but the kind of work we do is basically administrative and just management, ensuring that things go well. You do a lot of coordination to ensure things are running well.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can't say I am not a politician.
Yeah.
Indeed, I am.
Indeed, you are. Are you intending to go past being a deputy governor? I mean, this few times that you have been in that space, would it get you to a point where you'd wish to be a governor at some point?
That one is being too ambitious, but...
Is it so? Why do you say so?
Yeah, but you see, you never know.
Yeah.
Once I'm in this position, I think the best thing for me now is to ensure I deliver.
Yes.
Because what people would want to see is that deliverance.
Yeah.
Are you able to do what maybe, people used to think women cannot deliver, they cannot be leaders. So the first thing and my first priority is first to make sure I deliver. I convince the people that even as a woman, I can also do what men are doing, and I can even do it better.
Right.
So other things, why in the space where you've been put, if you do well, it is even people's voices that will now
tell you, hey,
it's time, wake up now.
We're going to propel you to the next level.
Yes, yes.
And this is not a night of politics, but we can't help but discuss a bit of politics. Before we get to know who Mheshimiwa is and all that, I'm curious.
Yes.
You talk about women and the question of them being able to deliver, but also there's that element and a lot of outcry that has been in existence from the deputy governors that perhaps theirs is not quite a defined role. But you're out here doing a lot of things. Do you think this statement really holds water?
Well, you see, it is true that our roles are not well defined in the Constitution. That is very true. And I'm so glad that the Senate has really picked up the issue of deputy governors, such that, our roles should also be defined. We are given a budget so that we can be able to do things like other leaders do. You see the story of being flower girls, We really want to demystify that fact and to know that as a woman deputy governor, I've been put in this position, not just because I'm a woman, but because I have something that I can also deliver. So in this space of being a deputy governor, sometimes as a leader, you have to maneuver to find your own way of ensuring you remain relevant in that position where you have been given. And my background, where I come from the grassroots woman, where I've risen from those low positions to where I am now. So that has really made me to be able to come up with some few activities that, I can do on my own, and I can go to the field, do other things, and as the governor assigns me duties, I also go an extra mile to think outside the box, what is it that I can do as a deputy governor? Of course, to complement on what my governor is doing.
Pale kwenye vita kati ya deputy na governor.
No. In fact, if there is any county that is really doing well in terms of good working relationship is Bungoma.
You have understood the 48 laws of power.
Exactly, and that is key.
That is key.
Yes.
I agree. And besides this program, what else brings you to Nairobi? Because we must celebrate you on this very show.
Wow. Today I came, there is a gala this evening. I'm going to receive an award as the best performing deputy governor in Western and the number 3 in Kenya.
Congratulations.
Yeah, this is done by the independent women.
Right.
They did a survey and they went to the grassroots. They went to the people, asked them about the roles and what the deputy governors are doing, and that is how I won the award.
Yeah.
So I'm in Nairobi just to celebrate the achievement that I've made so far.
Congratulations on that. So just who is Honorable Janepher Mbatiany? Where does she come from?
Wow.
Like you say, you are a grassroots person.
Yeah.
Just how grassroots is grassroots?
Yes, that's a good question.
Yeah.
My name, my pastor Janepher Mbatiany, I'm a pastor, is a woman of many hats. First, Janepher Mbatiany is a woman like any other women.
Yeah.
Just born in a village in Mount Elgon. When that is the grassroots I'm talking about, you know, the marginalized community of the suburb, where culture says it all. Janepher Mbatiany is a wife. I'm a mother of 6 children.
One of them is, I would say, is part and parcel of TV47. Interestingly, you would never know. A humble girl, you probably would never imagine. But you'll meet her some other time,
Yes, I call myself a typical African woman because I have, you know, 6. All are adults.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, very proud of them. Janepher Mbatiany, as I said, is a pastor. I have a church in Mount Elgon.
Yeah.
That is my calling. Janepher Mbatiany is a leader. As I told you, I've grown through various cadres of leadership positions, right from school to being a chair lady of some groups in the local village, to being a chair lady maendeleo ya wanawake, to being the board.
The maendeleo ya wanawake that we know of.
Yes.
Oh, beautiful.
That is where I got all the experience. And
nice.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so Janepher Mbatiany now is the deputy governor. Yes,
of Bungoma County.
Of Bungoma, the great county of Mulembe, Bungoma County.
I agree. Wanasema watu wa Mulembe that hao ndio wanatusumbuanga sana kwa sababu then they do not speak in unison with the rest of Mulembe, and therefore when the vote goes this way, Bungoma County takes it to this other side. But that is story for another day.
But believe me, this time we are just talking together.
All right, we are looking forward to see whether there's going to be that long-awaited for element of unity in Mulembe Nation.
Yeah.
But here we are. Must have been difficult to find your way there. How was it? Why is it that the governor decided that they're going to pick you? Wow. And this is now going to be like the end of it's a one-time thing because then the governor has been there before.
Yes.
Yeah.
It has been a long journey full of challenges. As women entering into these political spaces, it's not easy.
Yeah.
I started this journey in 2013 when Governor Lusaka was vying for the first time
yes.
as Bungoma. He wanted the seat of Governor Bungoma. And because I'm a very good mobilizer and I've done a lot of work in the community, and people are like, okay, if this lady is given a chance if she's given a position, I'm sure she can help his or her people. So I showed interest because, the position of a deputy governor, you are being appointed by the governor.
Right.
So what I did a lot of mobilization. I campaigned for Governor Lusaka, and of course I showed my interest that I wanted to become the deputy governor. Unfortunately, as I told you, we come from the cultural background where women are looked down upon. And, you know, there are people who think there is nothing good that can come from women. So elders, just after we were really doing so well, and of course all indications showed that Lusaka was going to be the governor, but now people just came together, the elders, the professionals, and they said, okay, the county government thing is like a new concept. It's a new house. So in our culture, we don't allow a woman to be the first one to enter into a new house. So they did a delegation to Governor's Lusaka Place, and they told him, okay, we will support you 100%, but on this condition that you don't pick a woman to be your running mate.
Ooh, okay.
Wow. So that is how I lost, and governor had to just call me, and we had a sitting, we discussed, and he told me, now because I want to win this seat, kindly just allow me to pick on another person, but I assure you in my government, you will be somewhere.
Okay.
He always says in the Father's house, there are so many rooms.
I agree.
He said, I'll ensure you enter into one of the rooms.
And the room you got.
Yes, and indeed he kept his word. When he entered into the office, he made me to be his advisor on gender issues, a job that I did so well. So now in 2017, he lost. So we all went back to our normal activities until now 2022, when he showed interest again, that the people of Bungoma demanded that we want him to come.
Okay, well, at least we can evidently see that he's governor, and therefore we can agree to what it is that you say.
Yes, there was a demand.
Yes.
And when he came back, of course, I showed interest again, and this time I was the only woman plus other 7 men who also showed interest.
And you carried the day.
Yes, good enough. By God's grace, he picked me to be his running mate.
Okay.
And I'm always grateful to this great man, Governor Lusaka, for picking me. And I'm sure I've not let him down.
I would even want to look at you as the deputy governor, but equally, there is so much that you're doing, perhaps that is actually even beyond your office. Could you please talk to us about some of these initiatives that you're carrying around? I mean, you're going to talk to the less fortunate, you're going to talk to the vulnerables, you're talking about health, you're talking about albinism. How is it like down on ground?
Oh, yeah, as I told you, I've been in several leadership positions. And the one that really made me to be is the Maendeleo ya Wanawake, where I became the Mount Elgon constituency chair for over 10 years.
Wow.
In that position, that is where I got a lot of empowerment in terms of training, exposure, and I also saw women leaders who had succeeded in their leadership positions, and they were doing so well in their communities. So from my tender age as a local young girl in my village, I really had a passion to do things, just out of nowhere. I just found myself doing things like, if there is a problem, a girl or a small child has been defiled, I would find myself there just advocating for that girl, doing a lot of things. And the rest of my life, I've done a lot of voluntary work.
Could you say you're an activist? Not much of activism, or a bit of it?
I'm a mixed person, I would say that, yes.
Jack of all trades. But then one would want to ask, some of these things that you actually are doing, and I think I've had some time to read and all that, and I would wish to find my way there sometime back on ground, so that we actively get to see some of these things. They would require money. At this point, how are you managing that,
Yeah, like when I was in Maendeleo ya Wanawake, it's a non-profit organization.
Yes.
But the good thing about Maendeleo ya Wanawake is that we had a lot of network. We networked with the partners who came on board to help us do some of the activities. Like my key thing, which I did before I entered into this space, I really fought for the issues of FGM in my society. The issues of girl child, because in my community, very few girls had, succeeded, excelled in terms of academics.
Yeah.
So my heart was just to empower, to encourage girls to pursue their dream, just to be there for them and to be a role model for these girls. So that is what happened. It is through the networking, the partnership that came on board to give us some little money. And also, there are some things you can do without money.
Without money.
Yeah. You know, if we say we want to wait for money before we do anything, for sure we can't move.
Never happen.
Yeah, the government doesn't have all this money. Our county doesn't have all the money. Like I can liaise with the national government, like the provincial administration or the DCC's office or the chiefs, when they are having their barasas, you know, you find your way there and you sell your agenda to the people. Yeah, you talk to them, you go to the women groups, you just find your way there, you go to churches. You know, the main thing is for you to ensure you pass the message, you deliver what you have.
Okay.
Because it is about, you know, there are people who are really languishing in poverty because they lack information, they lack that knowledge. So me, I just get avenues where I can get an opportunity to air out my views and just to talk to the community, because that is where my heart is.
Okay. If you're going to look at the society back then, maybe when you were starting, and right now, and just looking at you individuals as the pace setters, as the people who are reminding the marginalized woman that you need not to worry, you know, the world is a fair ground and that, you know, there's opportunity for you. What would you say is the difference between your times and the times of Rhoda, who is your daughter, in terms of, you know, penetrating the world and showing that a woman is capable?
There is some difference. There is a gap there. Because during my time, for sure, most of us women, we did not get access to education.
Okay.
And that is the most undoing thing. Because for you to be in any leadership position, you must have papers. And not only papers, academic papers. You know, when I was in Maendeleo, I really assisted many women to go back to school.
Okay.
Because most of us women, we used to attend those trainings, 2 weeks, 1 week, and we are given these certificates of participation.
Yeah.
So I had to go to the ground and talk to the women. These certificates, even if you have so many, it cannot secure you a position in any office. You need to pursue your education. You need to go back to class. And I'm proud that through my influence, most of the women went back to school. And as we talk now, some of them are placed somewhere. And that gives me a lot of pleasure. In our time, the access to information was not as easy as now. Yeah, we didn't have many role models. But for now, internet, you know, technology is at a higher notch. People are getting information from all corners. The young generation, they can be able now to look up to us. You know, we are there. You can now learn from us. You know, you can identify the gaps and you can be able now to bridge those gaps. So it is easier now for you young generation. So unless
no excuse.
You have no excuse, by the way.
Whatsoever. That's true. How far is Maendeleo ya Wanawake now that you speak of it? Today, I don't get to hear much about it as I used to back then.
Maendeleo ya Wanawake, it is there. But as you say, it's not as vibrant as it used to be. I think the issue is about leadership. I don't know, because I'm not there now. I am not confident enough.
Put systems that were good enough or what?
to talk about it. But you see, during our time, I was the chair during when Sipora Kitonyi was the chair, and after that, during the time of there was this lady from Northeastern who became also the chair, and she was also a grassroots person. So she used to come to the ground, talk to the people, you know, doing a lot of things. And that is how Maendeleo ya Wanawake became so strong, very vibrant, such that if there was any meeting, people would ask, where are leadership from Maendeleo ya Wanawake? But nowadays, it's a bit silent.
We might need to look for
we need to
these women and get to see this.
Get to understand what is it that is not happening. We need to bring it back to where it was.
That's true. You know, time moves very fast. We're about to close. But before we close, I want you to speak to the people of Bungoma County, to the woman in Bungoma County, to give them that assurance that there's so much that you're doing. I know they see you on ground day in, day out, but perhaps it's that one person who's probably not gotten a chance to get to the DG. what is going on in terms of just making sure that the place of the woman is respected in Bungoma County, and even of the man anyway. We don't want to overlook that as Mama County.
I want to talk to the women, not only even of Bungoma, women of Kenya. And I want to tell them to be in this leadership position. Of course, it's not easy, but still, we need to be persistent. We need to have a lot of resilience. We need to persevere. I remember the biblical words when Moses was handing over leadership to Joshua. Moses told Joshua, be strong and courageous. As women, we really need to be strong. We need to be courageous. Because I always say, being in a political space is not for any fainted person, you know, fainted heart person. You need to be strong. You need to wear thick skin. You know, you really need to push harder for you to be there. And once you are there, you need to remain relevant. And you need to show that, for sure, a woman is capable. You know, we want to demystify this fact that we are flower girls. We are not. Yeah, we are leaders like any other person. And we can be able to deliver. For me, who is there now, I want to be an example. I want to be a good role model to any woman of Bungoma and any woman of Kenya. So that as they look at us, as they look back to what we have done as women leaders, they can be proud and they can have something to stand on and to say, such and such was in a certain place, she succeeded, even me, I can be able to succeed, I can be able to deliver. And for sure, at the moment, we have the women governors, and you can see what they have done. They have really made us proud. Yeah, so they have given us a lot of confidence that women, we can be able to deliver.
I'm sure there are very many women who are looking up to you. Who are you looking up to yourself?
Yeah, those days when I was growing up, I was looking at Lina Chebi.
Yes.
This leader, you know, I used to admire the way, you know, the issues in Mount Elgon are almost the same issues as in West Pokot. Yeah, and she really championed for those issues and talked about the issues of FGM, you know, fearlessly. And I really admired her.
Wow.
Yes.
All right. And of course, once they have done something good, they will forever remain in our minds, and we'll always look forward to get to their levels. What are your plans for the people in terms of, you know, just basically what is happening? What are some of the initiatives that you're carrying out right now that perhaps people could be willing to join and get benefit, or even get to help you to spread the word and help the society?
Yeah, the things that I'm doing at the moment, we have a problem in our county, the issue of teenage pregnancy. We call it the triple threat, the issues of teenage pregnancy, the issues of gender-based violence, and the issues of, we have new HIV infection rising up. So those are the key issues that are really disturbing us, because we want to raise a generation. But if these girls are dropping out of school, getting pregnant, their lives just ends there, then we don't have a future. Like for me as a woman leader, if I don't see other girls rising up, it really worries me as a mother. And I would wish, that is the thing that I'm doing at the moment, and I'm looking for partners to come in to help us see how we can be able to tackle this and to reduce the numbers of teenage pregnancy. Another initiative that I'm doing at the moment through the governor's office is what we call Fuka Kuku initiative.
Or what about Fuge Kuku?
Yes, no, Bungoma, we are always known for chicken kienyeji, ingoho. So our governor came up with an initiative, and he told me to run with that initiative to ensure that every household, Fuka Kuku, you know, there is kuku in every household. Because we realized, governor went to a trip in Zanzibar, I think, and they were just going to learn about how to reduce poverty. And they said they learned about that if you have three chicken and a cock, you can be able to eradicate poverty.
Nice.
Yes.
Because that is very important.
Yeah, and again in Bungoma, we have a chicken slaughterhouse, a very big one, that can be able to slaughter over 3,000 chicken in a day. So the market is ready. We want to encourage our women, our youths, to to venture into this business, so that we don't just do kuku for eating, but we can do kuku also as a business.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm going to come to Bungoma County
and
see this slaughterhouse and all that. I want to do something that is out of the usual, and I hope my director would allow me for that. I'm sure Rhoda is not scared of the screen. Rhoda, would you please come here? And use mom's microphone. Just move hivi mheshimiwa kidogo. I hope she's audible enough. If she's not, I'd be able to no hata usitoe. I think at a shout hapo tumsikie. Rhoda is the daughter of Mhesh, and she's part of us. I'm sure you've probably seen her on the screen sometime. I want you to look at mom and tell her that one thing that you probably would have wished to tell her. That is one thing maybe you've never had a chance to tell her. That one thing that you look up to every single time that you look at her. If you're not going to be audible enough, nitaambia watu what you said. If it's a secret, well and good. Look at her.
Okay, Mom. You just know you're my mentor. Politically, I've been into campus politics because of you, because you've empowered me in so many ways. And I just like the way girls of Mount Elgon really look up to you, because you're a good example to us, and we just love you. Thank you. Yeah.
All right, beautiful message right there, that she has been into campus politics because of mommy, and she appreciates the way the girls of Mount Elgon look up to mom, and of course she loves her. It can never be enough. Words can never be enough. For a moment, I almost got myself tearing because, well, girls and their mothers. Thank you so much, Rhoda. Mheshimiwa, thank you so much.
Thank you.
We're looking forward to come all the way to Bungoma County to see what it is that you're doing.
Please welcome and have a taste of our kuku.
I'll be looking forward to that. And once again, congratulations for the great strides that you're making.
Thank you.
We have to close it at this very point. Thank you so much for always keeping it TV47. My name is Linda Alela. That's where we close her say, as we look forward to see you again next Saturday. Bye-bye.